Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Teena Talks. I am a drag artist based in Liverpool. If you like all things drag and you like crazy, deluded, famous women, be sure to go and comment, like and subscribe. I am a drag performer, but I also have a condition called dyspraxia. Dyspraxia is a condition which people often find out when they're very, very young, and it always affects how your brain goes to certain bodily functions. Anything from, well, any bodily function you can believe, but let's go and talk about things like how you speak, how you move your hands, anything from how your brain goes to your movements and things like that. I was diagnosed very, very young. And I was very, very lucky because of this, because all the way through my childhood, even up until I was at university, I know she's very clever, I had lots of support. So anything maybe someone would do automatically, I had to learn how to do. I'm not going to go into all the details about it, but one of the things they do not teach you when you're a child, and I think this is very, very bad, is how to apply makeup. So when I started doing drag, I had to adapt myself as someone with dyspraxia, how to go and do drag, how to go and do drag makeup. And having conversations with lots of my siblings in drag, I've learned actually I do things in a rather peculiar way. When I started out, I looked at lots of makeup tutorials, but I already felt a little bit confident because I had many friends who were drag performers and I've always looked at them getting ready and I was like, oh, I could do that, do that, do that. Nothing really spoke to me. Certain tricks did, but as a dyspraxic, lots of things I had to make up myself. So whether you like drag makeup, whether you are dyspraxic looking to do drag, maybe you are dyspraxic who does drag, I don't know, there are many of you out there. Hopefully you can learn something from me today. And let's just have a good time. So I'm now going to go and get ready and let's go into my dyspraxic. Well, let's go into my drag look and let's see. Maybe we can learn something, maybe we won't. Shall we do it? Yeah, let's do it. Okay, here we are back. I am plucked. I am ready to go. Now, as my favourite online YouTube person always says, not to crime is a prime. So let's go straight into it and go and prime. First of all, I'm going to use the Lights Out Primer Serum from P. Louise. I love this stuff. It's so, so good. Put some on the back of my hand. And I just really sort of just rub it into my skin and it just gets me completely ready. Primer is just so important. And of course, this is all about having dyspraxia. It doesn't really matter where you put it, because of this stuff, you don't have to be at all precise. It's going to be fully prepped and gorgeous and ready for a beautiful day in drag. Now, after that, I'm going to use a pore blurring primer. Blurbing, you know what I mean. I'm going to use the Makeup Obsession Picture Perfect pore blurring primer, just in the places where I've got lots of pores. And just a little note as well, I see lots of tutorials, as I say. I'm doing no filter for this. At the end of the day, I'm 37 years old. I have no Botox. I am fully natural, and I have nothing to hide. And I think that's a lot of the things you do get from these tutorials. People go, "Oh, that looks completely impossible because it looks so smooth." And no, lots of drag makeup isn't as smooth as you think it is. And you can see lots of people on Instagram and you go, "Well, they look so beautiful." Then you see them in real life and you're like, "Wow." You know what I mean? There's no reason to go and hide it. Let's show it. Let's show reality, guys. Let's show reality. So anywhere where I've got some pores or bad textured skin, just put that on top and it's just going to be better in the long run. Okay, look, makeup is finished. I'm joking. Keep this in mind, my dyspraxic friends. When you finish with a product, put it away. Put it away. Everything's always a car crash. I'm a really, really disorganized person and my makeup is exactly the same. I can't show you how my makeup is on the side, but I can show you, for example, my brushes are always in order of the order I'm going to use them. And I spend around 20 minutes before every single look just getting ready, having everything ready in front of me. For example, for the next part of my looks, I've got everything in front of me. So just think about that step by step. There we go. Good lesson. I always start with my eyes, because when you start with the eyes, at the end of the day, you can always take things off, you can always add things, and it just makes it easy to go and clean up before you do the rest of your base. Now we're going to start off with our foundation base, and for this I'm just going to use a Krylon paint stick in 2W because I'm quite a light lady at the end of the day. It's just who I am, all right? And we're just going to go and do the eye and forehead area. Just get it ready. Just get it ready. I do shave my eyebrows off because I'm very, very lucky. I'm a dark natural blonde. Dark natural blonde. I'm a natural dark blonde, and my eyebrows are always really light anyway. But I just shave them off because you can't tell anyway when they come through, and it just gets rid of all the texture, I promise. I'm going to use a little brush. I'm going to use a brush from Kimchi Cosmetics, a really good brush and one. I'm just pushing in the Krylon paint sticks. Already look, you can see close. It's all getting in there, nice and soft. We're now going to do some contour, and this is just a contour stick. I don't even know where it's from. I think I got it in a gift bag or something. And we're just going to go and just do the top around like that. So again, we don't have to be exact, just following the end of my face. I'm just going to use a little brush, well, a big brush. And I'm lucky with this, but some Dyspraxics don't have very, very good grip. So I'm always conscious as well with some brushes, get ones with little grooves in, but it doesn't really affect me. Because also as well, okay, I'm not really doing makeup now, I'm just talking to you. Everything comes with practice. I'm so much better now. And now I'm just going to go and just wipe where I sort of see it being the difference between the lighter and the dark. And just rub it like that. Again, I could be rough because I'm going to use bronzer later. This is just the base, guys. It doesn't really matter too much. So there we go. Just brush, 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 brush. Somewhere around there. And it will just sort of blend. Like that. And the final thing, another Krylon paint stick in TV white. Again, just really, really centered just in here. Like that. Just blend the edges like that. Pushing it out. So there we go. You see from afar. Ooh, look at that, Teena. You're so clever. My name is Teena. I want to have a normal life with me and my kids. We're going to now go and set it. And I have found my favourite powder of all time. It's really, really affordable. I'm not going to gatekeep it, I'm going to tell you the truth. It's a natural collection from Boots, made with natural mica, or Mica Paris, famous singer. Put it in, bang it on the back of your hand. Ooh, tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be Nelson Mandela. Don't cancel on me. And I'm just going to go and just pat it all in. Get all the way. And now we're going to do, I would say, was originally the trickiest part for me, which are the eyebrows. Tried the stencils do not work for me, but I've come up with a solution for the way I do my eyebrows, which I find it to be so, so simple. And anyone can do this with patience and practice. I like to use brown pencils now, but in the past I've also used lip liners. That works really, really well. Pomades is a brush, and I find the brush really, really finicky and hard to do. But with this, it's so easy to do. And this one is a double one. You've got one which is like a pen, and the other one is a pencil. And I'm going to start off, look at that, the nib is so, so small. I'm going to start with this, okay? And the way I do it is, I go and, so you see where my, the side of my nostril is. I go in like that, and I start exactly where my normal eyebrow is, which is there. And just do a little squiggle. See? Little squiggle. And I want to go and have a peek as well. So with that, I go again with the side. I look straight ahead, and I go up there, and I just want to go and hit it exactly where my jaw is, like that. I'm going to do another little squiggle there. Ta-da. So that's going to be the biggest height of it. Now I'm going to do it from my nose to where my fold is, so not where my eye is, because I've hooded eyes, you see, so where my fold is, and I'm going to estimate, but I'm going to make sure I put my finger on exactly where I want it to be, so I know it from the other side. Let's do it there, and I think today, let's do it there. Now, I'll just go and connect them together, so you can see the shape is there. Matchy McMatchy. I'll go to the other side, which is a pen, and I'm going to use that now to darken. And I'm going to go and start near the beginning, but get a lot stronger towards the end. And I can be a little bit messy here. You'll see why. So there you go, one eye is done. Look at that, creating texture, just flicking. We don't have to be exact, because already the main eyebrow is down. These are just little hairs just going a little bit away. There we go, the eyebrows. Done, sort of, because now we're going to go and clean them up. And I'm going to go and use my Trixie Cosmetics little cutty thingy-me-bob. This type of brush. And we're now going to go in with my P. Louise base in 0. we're just going to go and put this on the back of our hand and we're going to clean them up. Now, as a Dyspraxic, we're not going to be exactly too clean with this. We're just going to try our best, because if we mess up, we can just go over again with the pencil until we are satisfied where it's going to be. Now, the bit we haven't filled in, we're going to fill in now and try and match it on the other side. And again, sometimes, if you ever see me when I've got really, really thin eyebrows, it's because I've got stressed and I've had to do this a few times. So keep that in mind. We can just get smaller and smaller and smaller, but because we did the measurements before with the pen, we know the top is the most important thing. We don't have to go and cut it out. But I'm going to try and keep them a little bit bushy today, but if they're not bushy, it's fine, as long as we balance. We're now just going to use this little sponge, and just push it in. When I do my vlog, I often have to go and record things twice, because I will say something like, this is a, I was about to say it correctly then, this is a sponge, I call it a brush, because again, I'm getting distracted. It happens to me all the time, but no, I'm going to leave it in today. If you see me on stage, I'll sometimes do that as well, and just make a joke of it and say I'm drunk, but I never actually drink when I perform, which again, people are shocked to hear. So if you ever see me having a drink, I'll always say it's a vodka and tonic or something. I always tell the venues to always make me a drink which looks alcoholic, but it's not. It's usually a soda water. As someone with dyspraxia, I have drunk on stage before, and it just ruins my perception. In one sense, it's good because it makes me relax and I stop thinking too much. But sometimes I have lots of problems with how I move. I'm really not a sporty person. I'm going to show you this example, which is very, very dyspraxic. If you put your hand out, it's nearly impossible for me now to touch my nose in one swoop. Okay, ready for this? Better do it. So you keep your arm out, and now I'm just going to go and hit my nose, and I won't be able to do it. Yeah, there we go. So there's a moment when I fell off stage once. I'm going to put a little clip in there, and that was a moment which brought me a lot of embarrassment. I had one drink before, and yes, it got me lots of views and followers, and I got on Willam's gonna keep it in. I got on Willam's Beatdown because of it. Great, but it's not really how I want to go and be seen. I didn't do it on purpose. I am just very clumsy. They call dyspraxia the clumsy bitch disease. And it's, first of all, it's not a disease, it's a motor neurone issue. I don't want to be known for it, but I met so many people who have dyspraxia and they never talk about it. I'm not going to mention them. There are 2 girls I know from RuPaul's Drag Race UK who have dyspraxia. And there are certain things we can't do, but it makes us more creative and we can't change who we are. So, hey, if I'm going to be the Dyspraxic Queen of the UK, I'm going to be the Dyspraxic Queen of the UK. Is it branding I really want? No, but if it helps people and tells them you can do drag if you have this condition, good. My deficient, going to keep all of these in, not going to remind myself. My condition doesn't define me, and I like to think I have overcome so many things because of my childhood training. It's the makeup tutorial, but it is Teena Talks, so I'm going to talk. Brows are done and they're cut out. And in a moment, we're going to be using these. I like to go and think Teena is sort of trashy glam with an 80s twist. Okay, and I'm going to be doing a very sort of Teena glam look today. And some purple, you're going to see. Now, we've got these on here. We're now going to do the rest of the eye makeup. And remember as well, we need to have small brushes. Small brushes are what gives us the control. Which one of these do I use the most? The white. We're going to go in now with a really, really small little brush. And you can use any of these. I just use one of the small ones, and they're all interchangeable for me, really. Peaches and Cream from Liverpool. You can use any of these. PC39. In with the white. And we're now just going to do the white just underneath the eyebrows. Now, we want it to be a lift in the face, okay? So we're going to put most of the white right underneath, okay? We're just setting it. So it's not really going to disturb the eyebrow now. And slightly towards. I actually can't go and say, and let's do the other eye now. I have to always do it at the same time so I can have the symmetry as much as I can. There we go. Crash Cosmetics. Yeah, they used to sponsor Drag Race Spain until it went bankrupt. But hey, when I last went to Spain, I bought so many Crush cosmetic products because they're really, really cheap. Another product, another brush from Peaches and Cream from Liverpool. It's a piece something. We're now going to go and do the purple now for the cut crease. And again, we can be a little bit unexact for this. So So what we're doing, we're just doing the eye shape now. And for the eye shape, we're going to start right in the middle and we're just going to go all the way out. We're just creating the brand new hood of the eye. So to the middle and then up. We're just going to sort of blend it in. And again, it'll be so inexact because now lots of the product is off, right? So we're sort of doing this just to go and diffuse the edges with the white, because the white obviously is still on there and the purple's there. It's just going to sort of diffuse it. So it's going to be very, I'm always very inexact, you see. But is this a different way to do it? I don't know, but now it's easy to get to blend. So that's what we call the transition shade. I think that's what the kids call it. Now, the smaller the brush, the easier it is to do. So there we use a little bit of a smaller one just so we can sort of get into where the eye is there. And for this one, this is the second smallest brush we're going to use. Again, it's a Peaches and Cream PC31. And we're now going to literally just do the crease, what's going to be dark. Now from the purple, we're now going to go for a darker purple to start with. So trending topic, Crash Cosmetics. Here's a darker one here. And we're just going to go, I'm going to say sort of halfway. You'll see, halfway. So halfway where we were before, with such a smaller brush. So you see, look, we're creating a new socket for ourselves. I should go on Drag Race Spain, they'd love me as a guest judge. We're going to go back with the original one. And we're just, again, we can be really, really rough with this. We're just going to go on top of it, right in the same place, and we're just going to blend it. Just rub it, rub, 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 rub. Whenever you see the connection, just go through again. Try your best. Look at that. Well done, Teena, you're so clever and famous. Ta-da! Now we're going to do the final part of the crease to really sort of darken it up. And we're going to use a brush from, I wonder where, Peaches and Cream, PC33. Really small, really, really ickle, really ickle. And you see where it was before, even below that, we're just going to go and just do a little bit of a dark grey, really, really lightly, just where we were. There, really good. You see the dark grey has sort of gone right underneath it here. I've gone a little bit too high. But this is when we use the magic brush. Peaches and Cream, PC42. We're now going to use that middle layer and we're now going to just go on top. We're just going to go and paint it on top. It will work, trust the process. It's not going to be perfect, but it's, that's a brand, but it's going to be fine. And we now blend it out again. So now we want to go and continue the eye shape here. And this is why we've got these things on. But why they've been here is to stop me going too far with that, but it's also to go and create the eye shape. And exactly in the middle where the eye is, we're just going to go and pat this down. Now I'm going to go and match it on the other side, but this is a condition which I believe could be connected to dyspraxia. It's really hard for me to go and shut this eye. So when I have to go and do makeup on this side, I always have to go and clench it with my eyelashes. Sometimes it sort of falls, but it just doesn't go. It doesn't go at all. So I have to literally clam it down like this. Does everyone else have this problem? Anyone have a solution? Because my poor eyelashes, I always have to go and pull them in. See, I hate this part. So there we go, we've got them right in the middle, and now we can just fill them in to the end. So now that is on, and this is where, this is going to all make sense now. It's all going to make sense now. We're going to go in now with our dark grey, and we're going to go and join that bit where it goes up there to the bottom. And now I'm just going to go and trace it very, very smallly. Is that a word? Smallly from just there up to the top. So now we're going to go and cut the crease back with the white P. Louise base in 0. And you see here, we've already got this down here. And we went right in the middle for a reason, because we're actually going to go all the way over the top. And that's just going to be a lingering memory, and you'll see why. This is one of my hardest bits here. In the past, I've gone through and I've used a wet wipe, a makeup wipe, to do it really, really exactly. Now, because the way I've laid it on, I'm just going to follow my natural socket and just go with it. And again, if it doesn't match, we go on to the other side till we get a match. And if we really mess up, we just say we're doing creative makeup, which I have done before. You see there already, put a little bit on, and it's already covering it exactly where I want it to as well. So there we go, I've already messed up, went a little bit too high, it's got a little bit specky, but we'll just have to trust the process. And if worst comes to worst, we use an eyeliner to go and really carve it out. But eyeliners, you're going to see in a moment, is my biggest problem area in drag. Okay, so we don't want to have to use an eyeliner. It's a little bit messy, it's fine. I'm going to go back in with this. And now it's all lovely and smooth. We're going to go back in with the brush we used for the white. We're going to start off, there's 2 layers for this white. We're going to go back in with the white we have from the Beauty Bay palette. And we're just going to go and press it in. So everywhere we want to be right, correct, and white. I'm just going to go and push it in. And other side now. I should be an Emmerdale. And if you like Emmerdale, make sure you watch Teena Talks Liverpool Pride, where I do a very funny Emmerdale joke, which didn't go as far online as I hoped it would. If I put it on, I can sort of keep it shut. But I'd be very lucky. Do it sort of shut. One final thing, which is the most important thing of this being here, actually. We have many, many benefits. Get these, they're really, really cheap. We're now going to do the eyeliner. Now, Teena hates her eyeliner, but we have a special technique. A random glittery eyeliner I just love. I got it from Amazon. It's really, really cheap. Okay, so we've already got the shape, right? So the eyeliner's not as important. But what I like to go and do is actually darken. That's why I did dark grey. And now it's going to darken it ever so slightly. And we're going to take the eyeliner, and again, we can go really messy because we've got these things in place. I'm just going to start from where this is, at the corner of the eye. And we're going to take it up most of the way. We don't want to go too up, but because we don't mind going down. That's what she said. So you're meant to go up, but I'm probably going to go down because I'm just not feeling it at the moment. Here. So we're going to go back in with the purple and we're going to blend it out. So now we're going to go in finally with the final colour here, which is the original transition shade, the Follow from Clash Cosmetics. And we're just going to go and just buff it out. Here's a moment of truth. There we go. A nice drag eye. Till we get to the other side. So you see here, we can now fill this in again with the black, because you see it sort of hasn't really worked. That's fine. But the thing is, it's the tick, which is where we want the face to go. So it doesn't really matter at this point. Just fill it in. Not too bad. And finally, we're just going to go back in with the grey and we're going to blend out where the eyeliner was. So you're ready. Teena's coming in. She's going out as a big fat lesbian. Don't cancel me. We're going to go and use a really sort of hard brush like this, which is from MAC. Thank you, Candy Heels, for giving it to me. And we're just going to go underneath here with the darker purple. And we're just going to trace underneath like this. Not going right to the centre though, we're just making sure we have some colour underneath. We're now going to go in here with the final one from Clash Cosmetics, the Perdon Pietro, a little sorry. I'm going to use a little brush like this one here, which is probably meant to be for brows, but I don't really care. And we're just going to trace where it is black underneath. I'm just going to go and take it just underneath, just to really lift the eye. And again, we don't have to be too exact. So the eyes are mainly done. There's going to be obviously little things we're going to be adding to it, but now it's time to go and do the base. And you see on the side here, it's sort of really messy. It's not going to matter because we're going to go and do now the base. We're going to do the concealer. We're just going to go and snatch it up, and it's all going to be absolutely wonderful. There we go. Nice and easy, lemon squeezy, and a bottle of rum. My granny used to say that. R.I.P. So what we're going to do first of all, we're going to go and cover our beardy area. So all night we're going to look glamorous and completely smooth. But remember, when you get close, it's never going to be as smooth as you can see from the forehead. It's the truth of makeup, and especially drag makeup. When we are on stage, we're in front of the spotlight. We're not just doing typical sort of feminine, lovely, like I'm Lydia from The Office makeup. You know, we're trying to make sure we have fully staged makeup. It's never going to be as smooth as you think it's going to be. So no filter, remember that, I'm a 37-year-old man. Some people like to go and do colour correctors. I just like to go and use a Krylon TV paint stick in the FS29. It's a lot darker than my natural skin tone, but it's just going to block it out and look absolutely gorgeous. And we're just going to go in the areas where I'm going to have some hair bleeding through. And again, being a natural blonde, I don't have to worry too much about this. I often really wouldn't care, but I'm showing you what I do. Because I am performing tonight. And I'm just going to really sort of bang it into my skin. Bang and push. And again, this is like the end of the makeup now. The eyes take the longest. And we can be really unexact again. As long as it's in the skin, doesn't matter. It just creates like a brand new face for you because it's so thick, it's so full coverage. I'm going to go back in with the Beauty Blender to make sure it's fully nice and flat. Brand new face for a brand new woman, and now I'm just going to go and pat it in. Because we don't want it to bleed into the foundation. Whoopsie. So make sure you do that. I'm going to put in a comment. It's not very smooth. There's no filter. I'm being very honest with you today. I deserve... Give me a comment. Teena, you're so brave, being a very, very young woman, doing an unfiltered look. I'm here to show you the realities. Okay, and now I'm just going to brush off the excess. And that is my brand new skin. Ooh. I'm a matte girly. I like to use a Studio Fix Fluid in NW18. It's my personal match. I love this stuff. So just put it on our hand like this. So there you go, it's on my hand. And now with a different brush, again, it's from Peaches and Cream at PSO2. We're going to go and spray it. Now we're going to go and put a little bit on, like that. And now we're just going to go and put it on. But we're going to leave this area completely free, and you'll see why. Don't forget the ears. I think you call it stifling, just like. Okay, so there we go, it's now on, and now we're going to go back with the Beauty Blender, and we're just going to go and make sure it's nice and equal. Now, let's move on now to the contour. A gift I have from my mum, which is a Charlotte Tilbury. I know, I wouldn't buy it myself, my mum. Present from my mum. It's the Beautiful Skin Glow Bronzer. There we go. And what we're going to do now is going to go and just do a little bit of a bronzy contour effect, okay? What we're going to do is look into our face, natural. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure I don't go beyond where my eye is, okay? And I'm going to look, and again, I like to use my natural features here. I'm going to go and tap this in from where my eye starts and where my cheekbone is. I'm just going to do it like that, and we're going to go up like that. Tap it and pull up. This is the beautiful parts, again, dyspraxia, coordination. Don't have to worry too much. Just feel where your natural face is. I like to go and put it on my chin like this. I'm just going to go underneath. Just swipe it side to side. I'm just going to follow where my natural jaw is. Of course, we're going to go and bring it down. So imagine here, look, we're just going to go and do that. To my gubby neck. And just bring it into the middle. As with powder, it's all going to be covered. Verás, you'll see. Now we've got the contour on. Is this the original thing? Now we're going to use our bronzer. And for the bronzer, I'm actually going to use a blush. And it's from P. Louise, the cheek of it. It's a really sort of dark purpley thing, which is important because you're going to see I'm going to do a lot of purple. for my blush in a moment. And now we're just going to go, you see where the contour is there? We're just going to go and tap it in here, the next layer, where the eye finishes a little bit above, and just a little bit of this first. Always blend up. But we know that, don't we, kids? Checking myself out in the mirror. Okay, and the final thing, we're going to go for the dark contour, really tight bronze contour for here. Because I have a little double chin, you see, and I want to hide it. I'm going to take it up slightly, just to give myself a brand new jawline. Who needs fillers when you've got makeup? And with the same brush again, I'm just going to go and blend it out. And pull it down. Now we're going to move on to concealer now, and we're going to use 3 different types of concealers. We're going to start with the lightest underneath here, and we're going to work out. You'll see, you'll see. The lightest, Anastasia Beverly Hills in the shade 1, and this is such a beautiful light colour. It's very sort of ivory, and we're going to use it ever so slightly here, and like that. Okay, and with concealer, I like to let it set for a little bit. So we've got that. Then we're going to go and move on to the next one, which is, again, cheap one, Revolution, Colour and Conceal in a C1, which is slightly darker. And we're just going to go and place it here. Ta-da! And finally, we're going to use the Be Perfect L2 Full Impact Concealer. And we're going to go and use this just to go and really cover us all the way up here. We're going to go and do a little bit under here, there, and don't forget the nose. So now you can see the colour difference, can't you? You can in real life. I think I have too many lights on me. Crazy, crazy, crazy. We're going to go and blend all this out, and we're going to go and push in, and we're going to sort of just essentially just paint it on the skin. We used this brush before from Morphe. Push it up. I'm now going to use a special brush from Monji, which I think was Amazon. We're going to go and put a bit of spray on. And we're now going to press it in. We can take this up and we can really sort of define where this meets. So there we go. Sponge. We're now going to go through and tap it in. Drag, darling, drag. Now we're going to do my favourite part of makeup. We're going to do the blush, which is really important for this look, as you're going to see. So this is the cheek of another one, and this is in a beautiful colour called Very Violet. I haven't told you, today I'm going to be wearing a rather lovely black dress. Okay, and for this we're mixing the colours. We've got purple, we've got greys, and this is really going to bring the look together. So we've got the contour, which again we're going to go and cut out in a moment, and we're going to do it exactly where the eye finishes, and we're going to do it exactly at the top of the cheekbones. We're going to go and cut this out to really make it just... Okay, and for this we're going to use a Peaches and Cream PC50 Liverpool. I support Liverpool businesses, okay? And we're going to use the darker concealer I have. I want this to be lighter, this to be darker. Thank you to my sister Amber Rose Turner for teaching me that. Sure, she's watching. So what I do, I sort of look away and I see naturally in the shadows where my cheek sort of ends and where underneath goes. So again, the way we did the contour, we were feeling it, right? We were feeling it somewhere underneath here, somewhere underneath here. But here I can actually see that my cheek is like this. I'm just going to go and follow it for close as I can to go like that. I'm going to get to the eyes and then go down like that. I don't have a better way of doing this, so if anyone knows in the chat, do it. I can't sort of line anything up for this. But you see, it's all practice. And if you see pictures of me, I like you see it goes sort of down like that. So from afar away, I haven't blended it out yet. I look so skinny. Do you see there? Natural coverage for a natural woman. Just a stunning woman from Kettering, Northamptonshire. Okay. Now I'm just going to go and pat it in. And it could be, again, unexact because we use such a small amount, it won't go and bleed into our contour. Hey, like and subscribe. Final thing we're going to do is a little bit of a contour on the nose. On the nose, I don't know what I'm doing. Is the fiflicking Nixon? Is that the fiflicking? I don't know. We're going to go and take a little bit of the cream contour from here, put it on here, and we're just going to go and do the nose. And you see the nose here? Again, I'm really, really bad with this, but I'm just going to go and take it from where the colour is underneath, and we're just going to go and paint it in like this. And just feel from there and sort of go towards the centre. Step back, have a look. So now we're going to go and use two different powders. We're going to do some baking, okay? So the baking process is going to really highlight it, make it look really, really gorgeous. When I used to live in London, I used to have housemates. I used to think I was doing like stuff because I used to go and see this everywhere. I was like, this baking powder, I promise. Actually, one of them said to me, he went, it's okay, Tina, if you want to do it in the house. And I was like, I'm not doing it. It's very nice of him to give you permission. We're going to go in here with this baking powder. We're going to go and tap it on our hands like that. And we're just going to go and push it in. Pushing it in. So nice and gorgeous and matte for all the boys and girls and non-binary folk in Liverpool tonight. I'm so woke. So there we go, we've got the powder on there now. We're going to go and take it all off because we're crazy. No, there's a reason why, we'll see. And now we're going to bake, which means we're going to put a really, really thick layer on like this. Really thick. And we're just going to go and push it on top like that. That's going to make sure it doesn't peel all night. It's going to look absolutely gorgeous and highlighted. I'm going to go and put the rest of it in the other baking places. Bake the forehead as well. Now we're going to leave this for around 10 minutes. So back in 10. Now we're going to go and wipe off the excess first of all. Silky smooth, smoky smooth. Famous and gorgeous. Brush it all off. Now we're going to go in with the powders. Just mix the rest of the baking and this. It's all talcum powder at the end of the day. And remember to put your fingers in there. Look at that. If you're not choking, you're not doing drag. And now we're just going to push it absolutely everywhere. There's no chance tonight anything is going to possibly fall off or crust or look horrible. It's all going to look nice and smooth. And brush it all off. You see this? Absolutely gorgeous. But we're now going to put on some spray. Today I'm going to use a P. Louise Ready Set Sparkle. There's a really sort of gorgeous sort of sparkle in this. Don't be afraid. How do I look? Lovely. Now I'm going to go and just finish the eyes. Now for the eyes, because I don't like liquid eyeliner, I like to go and use a black one. We use Wet n Wild breakup proof. I'm single. A retractable gel eyeliner. And we're just going to go and follow it around just to go to the inner corner. There's no trick for this. Just be prepared to be a little bit messy. And now we have to use a liquid liner. We've already got this one here. And we're going to go and take it down slightly. This is extending the eyes. And they never match. Look for all my photos. I live with it. Do the waterline. Nice and tight. But not all the way. We're going to do exactly where the purple stops. Then for the end of it here, we're going to use my favourite pen of all time, which has now been discontinued. It's a Morphe 2 in white. It's just so creamy and so lovely. The cheap ones in white are not as good as the black ones. I'm just going to open their eyes and just do the white in the middle here. Just like that. You see? Isn't she clever? So let's start off with the rather lovely contour. For contour, I'm just going to use bronzer. Simple as. And we're going to take everyone's favourite bronzer. It is the fabulous Revolution one in the second shade. Where is it? Mega Bronzer Revolution, shade number 2. And we're just going to go just underneath to start with. Just like that. Up, up, up. Feel it. Just follow the line. And to the top. Such a small amount. Just like that. See, far away, it just looks gorgeous. We start exactly where underneath the eye is, and just carry it up just to do the shade. Follow your natural shades. Don't follow where you were before. It makes it so much easier, guys. Trust her. And then we're just going to go and just sort of blend it up. Blend it up. And now I'm just going to go and swirl it around here. Just swirl it. Just make it darker. Swirl it. Swirl, 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 baby. Swirl, 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 swirl. I have a fringe today. Follow it up. Why do you close it? Follow it around to the top. Same on the other side. Oh, she shut it again. Make sure it's nice and blended. Swirl it up, swirl it around, swirl it all around. Make sure it's all lovely and blended in. And final thing, she shut it again. It's the last one. For now, I have to do my nose. Damn it. Just going to go in, little triangle. So contour's in place. Let's go and do some blush. For the blush, we're not going to use a regular blush. We've already got the purple one in there. We're actually going to use the Bright palette from Beauty Bay. And we're just going to go and use this little blush in here. We're going to do a little mixture between Purple Power and Modern Way. Get it on. And we're going to go and press it in, so we make sure we don't go below where the eye is. We're just going to go and push it in on top and sort of just blend it out. And when it comes to blush, I always like it sort of to be like from the eye up, like a straight line. So we're sort of going to make sure we sort of take it up there. Because what it's going to really do, it's going to see from afar, compared to that side. It lifts the face, it looks dramatic, and it's just wonderful. Oh, hello. I've gone Russian. Hello, здравствуйте. Как дела? Я хорошо, спасибо. It matches my t-shirt. Maybe that's why I'm wearing purple. So we've done a purple blush. We're actually going to use NYX Cosmetics Buttermelt Highlighter in Mint. It is really going to stand out with the purple, a little bit of cream. Highlighter brush. Put it on like that. Nice and gentle. And again, I'm just going to go and sort of just twizzle it like that. Twizzle it. Give me a little bit of sort of minty sparkle. Just above where the highlighter is, but also just above where the concealer was, just to go and take it up. Twizzle, 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 twizzle. And yeah. You can't really see it very well now. Now my professional camera is charging, it's at 6%. Might be on the lips. Just do a little bit on the nose, yeah, so just a really small amount. I've already got glitter in the setting spray as well. Hello! Okay, good, good, good. So now we've got all of it on, we're all set, we're all sprayed. Now we're going to make sure it's going to be fully connected all night. And for that, we're going to do the Drag Queen classic, lots of MAC Studio Fix powders. Now we're going to start off with the NW25. This is the one I use. It's a skin colour. Put my big brush from Shein. I love this brush. I got this years ago. It's so nice. Put it in. And we're just going to just wave it around everywhere. Just going to set everything in on top of the setting spray. And you see already, look, it's just, again, the light's gone off. It's fine. Just believe me. It's gorgeous. It's just softening everything, making it so lovely and warm and delicious. And people go like, well, Teena, you're just so beautiful. And I'm like, I know. Blush. Over the top. You've softened, add fab reference. We've got that done now. Now we're going to go and do the highlighted areas. And for that, we're going to use the NC10, which is slightly lighter. Same rules apply. You on. And just the areas we want to be highlighted, but not the inner corners. We're just going to go and just tap in as well. Setting it in. Just reinforcing it. And then I'm just going to go and push it on higher here to really snatch it up. But you see, it's not ruining the blush, you see, but it's going to get right on the blush. got the middle as well. And the final thing, the magic thing, everyone's favourite thing, the shivering white from MAC Cosmetics. Use this really, really sparingly. We're going to really make sure the inner corners are really, really white. So we put it on like that. This will last you for years, by the way, it's beautiful. And we're just going to go and tap it in just underneath there. Because it's very, very drying, so you don't want to use much of it. And you want to make sure only the really inner bits are white. Sure it's matching. See that? Smooth. No creasing at all. See with the nose contour. See, that wasn't there before, but now, because it's so light, it's really making sure that contour is staying completely there. Gorgeous. Because I can. Setting spray again. Okay. Hi, my name is Teena. Nice to meet you. I'm very famous. I want to live a normal life for me and my kids. Now we're going to do the lips. I don't like doing lips, but again, after being a drag performer now for nearly 4 years, I've learnt my little tips and tricks, and this hopefully is going to be the best part of the video. You're going to really learn from clever Teena now. I like using a little pencil from a brush, I'm tired, a little brush from Made by Mitchell. And because we're doing a purpley look, the dress is black, but I digress, we're going to do a little purpley ombre lip. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to use from the Bright palette, Grape Escape. In all honesty, I was going to use my Crash Cosmetics, but I got distracted and it was too far away for me to reach. We're going to take the purple grape one I just said, and we're just going to do this. We're just going to just look where my natural lips are. And we're just going to pad exactly on top where my lips are. Overlining my lips already, just pout and just place it on top. And now we've got the basis of where we're going to do the overlining. So now we're just going to go and push it down. We're going to shut our mouths and we're just going to go and push it to the centre as much as we can. Put things away! What did I say? It looks ridiculous now, but you see, look, my natural lips. Stop there. Oh, that space. And for the bottom, we're just going to go and follow the contour again. Look at that. Free. Who needs to have a lip job? Is that a term? And because I followed the natural contour, nothing really matters. Lip filler's all you need. What's this, a shadow? That's all this is. So we're going to do a NYX Cosmetics Lingerie XXL Professional Makeup, whatever you call it. Still have the wrapper on. I've used it so many times. It is a shade Pushed Up. Again, with Dyspraxia, it is hard sometimes to go and sort of do things like this, especially for lips, okay? Some people will go and sort of balance their finger to do it. For me, I just start in the middle and then sort of just try and go a little bit outer and outer and outer. And of course, we need some gloss. Let's just go and use some Anastasia Beverly Hills. I think it's a unicorn gloss. Right in the middle. Hello, how are you? See my tits. It's hot. Okay, we're back on the camera. We have enough to get to the end. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go back to the gel eyeliner and we're going to do underneath the eye because I have very blonde eyelashes, you see. And what we're going to now have to do is underline it as much as we can to really make sure it stands out. There's no trick here for Dyspraxic. It just really hurts. I'm really bad at it. I can't really do much more than that. Any ideas in the chat, let me know. Just have to wave it and just hope you don't hit your eye. Shout out to one of my favourite drag queens in the whole wide world, the fantastic Willam Ballsdrop in London, who once said to me, because she knows I had problems with dyspraxia, and she said, Teena, just put on really big lashes and no one will know. I know, and honestly it does make a difference, but you see I can't really underline much. So yeah, do what Wilma says, put on really big lashes and you'll be fine. Hardest part of me getting ready is the mascara. Again, Wilma said, don't bother with the mascara, people aren't going to tell. I can't really do mascara. Any ideas, guys, how to do mascara? Let me know. I do mascara. You're going to see me try. I've tried the little protection things. Don't work for me. Getting saucy here now. I've tried curlers. Curlers I just don't like using. They don't seem to do anything to my lashes, all right? Before you say use a curler. I'm getting stressed now. I'm going to really concentrate. It's better than nothing. And finally, underneath the black part. I don't know why, I always do this one easier. I think because I press it on. Now it's time for lashes. Now today I'm going to use these lashes, which I've had for ages and never used, just Give Face Cosmetics. I think it's actually from Howsy Head Wigs. I'm going to cut these down slightly, just to make sure we put them on the corner bit here. And lashes, I find them really easy now, and hopefully I'm going to tell you a really, really good tip. So I've cut them down. Now, put them on like that. I have some pals who use carpet grip for their lashes. I don't bother, I just use regular. It works for me, not anything too special. That's just a free sample. Lasts me for years. Just put it underneath, and we're going to let it dry for at least 2 minutes, kids. You just place it right sort of 3/4 away in, look up, and just push it in, touch it. Same on the other side. Push it up, push it up. Stunning. My makeup is on, fully set, absolutely gorgeous. Let me go and get my outfit on and I'll be right back. That sounds so professional. And this is the final look. Teena is here in her signature hairs. 2 wigs if you want to know. And just feeling really gorgeous and famous as ever. It's been a really interesting experience doing a makeup tutorial. I hope people have learned whether you just want to do drag makeup, whether you are dyspraxic and you want to know how I do things. I want to know, if, especially to my dyspraxic friends and family and siblings, how do you do your drag makeup? Any tips or tricks or tips I have missed out today you think I should be doing? Let us know. Let's have a conversation, and let's have no stigma about having any disorders, anything which could be made to be seen like you are weak, because at the end of the day we are not weak. It is a common affliction at the end of the day. There should be no shame and no stigma about it. Me talking about it, I feel a little bit embarrassed about it because many of my certain flaws, for example, me getting too nervous on stage, me being distracted by lots of lights, me falling off stage, this all does come from dyspraxia, and it's something you learn from, it's something you go forward, and it doesn't matter if you have any afflictions such as this, we carry on, we're stronger, and it could be worse. You could be Nigel Farage. Now, my name is Teena, lovely to see you. I'm off to go and perform. Have a great evening, and like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on another episode of Teena Talks. Bye! My wig is called the Soraya Arnellas. Look it up.